Welcome to the Gateway Show. We're here again for episode 11. Excited to be here. We got bubblegums. Are these bubblegums?
No, those are chocolates.
Oh, okay. Oh. I was wrong.
Your headphones on, bud.
Oh, yeah?
Join us in
Hold
the
on,
virtual...
hold on. Let me go ahead. I was checking focus on the camera, but
Brennan actually
I
won,
can check my levels.
won those. And guess how many were in the jar competition?
Oh, yeah. How many did you guess, first of all?
1504, and it was like 1530 something or some shit like that.
Damn, that's pretty damn good. Do you want to know what I guessed?
What you guess?
238.
Wow.
Little off.
My first instinct was like in the 200s, but then I just counted a row down, and it was like 13. Like, a straight row down. And I was like, oh fuck. So then I couldn't multiply that. I didn't Rain Man it or nothing, but I was like,
I was thinking the same thing, but I didn't
100
see
of those
like,
rows.
how many rows there were.
Yeah.
I just put 420.
Because they would see that and they would laugh. They would be like, Nick 420.
Okay, you win. Just
You win. I didn't know. I knew it was like more than 1,000.
More than 1,000 for sure.
But like, I don't know.
I feel bad for whoever counted these in the first place, though.
Yeah, I know.
You think there's like a machine, or you go to a store and they're like
pre-bought, pre-counted.
That would make the most.
Pre-bought, pre-counted.
But if someone did actually count that out, thank you. I'm so glad that I won all this candy.
Exactly.
So now my house guests will always have something. To snack on.
Yeah. So, you got peppercorns over there. Nobody can see that on camera, but
you know what those are actually for?
What's that?
If you ever get too high and you start feeling paranoid, if you inhale those.
Oh.
Are you serious? That's what it's for? I've never tried that.
I've heard that before.
Brings you right back.
Except I've never really had that problem.
You never got paranoid when you were high?
Not paranoid.
Like when you, not paranoid, but like when you feel like you're too high. Like, you know how sometimes you feel like, this time is going to kill me. Like, I'm done now.
The only time it was like that is when I've
eaten
too much edibles,
Yeah. I don't think it helps for that either.
Yeah.
I think if you eat too many edibles, you're fucked.
You're fucked.
Yeah, because it's in your blood and your stomach and shit.
Yeah. See, I've definitely been too high, just too high, and paranoid off smoking too.
Yeah.
I've like tweaked out like from doing bong rips before.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like I was like paranoid as fuck, and it felt like my body was like like convulsing, and I don't know.
I've never convulsed, but
I shouldn't say convulsing, but I remember I went. Yeah, like it was kind of like these twitches.
My legs fall asleep when I get too high. Like this one time I was at my friend Mark Pop's house back when we were like 18. And he felt like they had it was my like first time like ripping a bong, and they actually filled up the whole bowl with keef. And it was a bowl as deep as like
that'll do it.
My Darth Vader bowl. But they didn't tell me that it was keef. They were just like, here's a bong rip. And they were like, all right, we'll pull it. You just inhale. So then I smoked like half the bowl straight keef, and then brev out, and then threw up for like the next 5 hours.
Oh shit!
For 5 hours,
like terrible.
Like I was just in his bathroom puking, like, and I came out like everybody else was going for like. He was like, they've been going like 2 hours, but it sounded like you needed to stay in there.
Sounded like you just.
They all went to another party to rip some more bongs, but
it wasn't even. It was an after work smoke. It was just like 5 people met up. They all matched.
Wow.
Then,
well, we all got work in the morning, so.
It was the first rip of the night too. Like they were like, "Oh, give the new guy the first rip."
Yeah, like, the new guy. They called you the new guy too. Give the new guy. The new guy's on the corner puking his guts out.
That is the worst. You never want to look like you can't chief. But after that, never happened again.
I didn't smoke a bong for a long time, and it was up at State, and you know, you guys know at that house was like party time all like every day. It was like, all right, we're ready to go, kind of thing. And I remember I drank a couple beers. I had like maybe 2 beers, and then I went in and hit the 3-foot bong. It was a 3-foot bong, so it's like, and I filled it up like all the way and
all the way.
Yeah, that's
like
what,
the one that's
like
I
don't do that.
As tall as people that they were.
Like as tall as people. No.
Not as. It was like the 3-foot
Who had
ones.
that?
I mean, it's like
I never that kid.
like nearly waist high.
Yeah,
dog.
he had like a life-size bong.
He had a 6-foot, literal. He was a 6-foot
like
bong.
that.
Like you had.
How do you even like?
Because we had to stand on
that's
something.
too
So
much.
I'm not
how
even
do you suck that shit all the way up?
You don't.
Just go for it.
You don't.
I didn't.
You just
That's
go
like
for it.
that's too much.
I hit it just because I could say I did, but
It's too much work.
But I was like, there's no way. I was just like, and I don't care if anybody's like, oh, you're a bitch. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I don't know. I'm not gonna fucking put all that in my lungs.
Oh yeah, there's nothing like.
But that's why if you ever see me, like, I rarely do bong rips now. Like, but if you ever see me do a bong rip, it's like, like, I'll fill it up. I'll fill it up, like, take a hit, blow it out while I'm capping it off, and then go back for the rest.
I just hit a small corner.
I don't want to cough. I don't want to fucking, like, nothing.
I never had, like, a coughing thing. Like, it never... Only, like, maybe Keith will make me cough. But, like, a dab one time, this one kid gave us a dab, and I, like, fucking exhaled that shit and, like, just hit the floor.
Oh, good God.
Because it was, like,
I kind of always stayed away
you stand
from
up too fast?
Yeah.
It felt like that. Like, as soon as I exhaled, it was like...
Oh, yeah.
I've only got that feeling from standing up too fast.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta check this camera. You guys keep talking.
Okay. Actually, I got that feeling like it was after we had already smoked, and we were sitting in. I was with like 2 of my really good friends. You guys both know them, but one girl, one guy, and they're in the front seat. I'm in the back seat of the car, and we're like by their house, just in the car, just because. I don't know. We were younger at the time.
Getting ready to have a...
Yeah, just getting ready to... But, so all of a sudden I'm just sitting there and they're talking and like Brennan was explaining, I just started like, I completely like couldn't see like that feeling that you get. But it like lasted for like a minute, like not a minute, but it seems like a minute when it's fucking you can't see and your eyes are open. So that like all came in on me, and I was like, and then I was like, whoo! Like I just was like, this shit's gotta end. Like so, I was like, let me out of the car, and it was like it was like one of those. It was like a coupe, so it was only 2 doors, and I'm in the fucking back. I'm feeling trapped already.
You'll be fine.
And they're like, well, what's wrong? What seems to be the problem? And I'm like, just get the fuck out. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of the car.
To be the problem?
And so I made them like get out so I could get out, and I'm sitting there trying to adjust the seat up to push it up and get out of the car. And finally I do that, and I had to like take a lap around the block, and I'm like, God damn, I'm gonna die. Today's the day I die. And I was like, I don't know what that shit was. But then like after I did a lap, I was like, took a couple breaths, like, oh, actually I'm cool. I was like, you know what I mean? And I think it was just that, like when your blood pressure drops, I think that's all that happened. But if that happens when you're high, you think it's automatically because you're high. You know what I mean? And then you're like, and you're gonna be paranoid, because I get paranoid a lot when I smoke. Actually,
because
like,
you get scared and then your heart starts beating.
Like he says he doesn't. Like I'm on the opposite spectrum where like
I
could not all. I shouldn't say always, but and that's why I don't smoke like all the time. But I don't like do it like constantly or anything.
I can't think of a time
that's why, because I get paranoid at times.
Made me paranoid.
Oh my God, I could think of a million times.
Yeah, I probably got like at least maybe 30 times that.
Like nothing that's like
I gotta check this
memorable.
This camera actually.
Like,
I'm gonna check camera 2.
But
I'll be right back, and you guys keep talking.
Got that.
It's not even like paranoia. Well, sometimes it's just like feeling super anxious.
Anxiety.
So
I mean, I get anxiety, but weed helps with it. So.
But like, it usually helps mine. But then sometimes it's an offshoot.
Yeah, it could make it worse sometimes.
Like, it's just some random times I just feel super fucking anxious, and then next thing I know. But ever since I started doing the pepper shit, it actually helps.
I heard that. I don't know where I saw that, but I heard that.
I saw it on. It was on Twitter. It was on Twitter that I saw it.
We probably saw it from the same source.
And I was, yeah, I think, yeah, I saw it from the same source as you. Most likely.
Yeah.
But
I never had it. It was something else too. It's like pepper.
isn't it crazy Twitter's still around? Oh, pepper, and then it was some other spices, but I saw pepper. I was like, that's in the house.
I have that.
That's it. I got pepper. This is the first time hearing about this. How have I never heard about this before?
I just heard about it.
Okay.
Not like within the
end of last year.
Yeah.
At least this year, I feel like.
Speaking of pepper, this is like some of the craziest shit. So when I was younger, my parents would put cayenne pepper on top of the garbage lids, like because it was supposed to keep like rodents, like raccoons and different rodents away because it was like a deterrent for them. But every single time they'd be like, Joey, take the trash out. And it's like they never gave you warning. Like, yeah, I just freshly put some cayenne pepper. And then I would like...
open the trash.
I would open the trash and I would be like, ah! Immediately blinded. Like fucking... Oh, yeah. It was just like... It would fly directly in my eyes where it would fly. And I was like completely blinded. Like...
One time,
I couldn't see, like freaking out, like fuck it, goddamn! I don't want
the trash. It's like
I don't want to take out the trash anymore. Like, yeah, my eyes are raw.
Yeah, because you take out the trash, so they don't even know about that experience.
No, I did tell them about that experience, and they're like, "Well, it keeps the rodents out."
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna commit to memory like how bad it hurts because
yeah,
you
exactly.
take out the trash. One time when I was probably like 6 or 7. I was watching Looney Tunes, and you know how they like throw the pepper cloud in the air, and somebody will come through and sneeze. So then I threw the pepper shaker in the air, like so my sister could like walk through it, and then it just went in her eyes and like started crying and shit.
That's terrible.
I just got in trouble. She didn't sneeze once.
She didn't sneeze once. She just started crying.
It's awful. Are you gonna sneeze? No.
And that's when I realized life ain't a cartoon.
Right.
Did you guys do
you
wrestling moves and shit on
you
each
just
other?
didn't.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hit her in the nostrils. But yeah.
Yeah, I never did that.
Excuse me
to
there.
my sister. I know kids who did do that to their sisters though, like in the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always had a trampoline though.
Yeah,
Growing up,
so
so we used to just always do it on the trampoline.
Oh, that's so awesome though.
you know what, my little brother though, he definitely was like,
Oh yeah, he was like the guinea pig.
yeah, he was the guinea pig
The
for
dummy.
he was the crash test dummy for everything. I feel bad for it now, but
I mean, kind of
I think
him up.
I think it made him strong as hell because that dude was like, I don't know, he's got like natural strength though too, but I remember he was in 8th grade, this kid, and me and him, like, we put like 260 on the bench press. And I swear to God, 8th grade, and me and Nick were like we did the same amount of reps, like we did like 4 reps or something, and we're like, Chris, put, that was in the
here,
summer.
like I was there.
Oh, you were there, so yeah. And so I was like,
each.
Chris, I'll spot you. You know what I mean? Like, here, you got it. You know what I mean? You'll be all right. You're not gonna. And then all of a sudden, he picks it up. This motherfucker did like 8 reps. And I was like...
I think you guys didn't
I was like, all right. Hey, okay, you're good. Stop.
Yeah, I think you guys didn't tell
You're
him,
just
like,
making me
how
look
much-
bad now.
Because we were doing 5 reps each, and then he just kept going with
it was 5
We're
reps.
like,
yeah.
oh, shit.
But yeah,
But he just
that.
kept... Yeah, that was
In the
crazy.
garage.
that was
Strong
like,
little...
right before
Strong little fucker, that
like
guy.
right before spring break, I think.
Yeah.
Like the first time we were
Trying
on
to
spring
get
break.
toned.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all trying to... Oh, yeah, that's probably why. We were all trying to get all bluffed up. That's funny.
Get the pecs
Great
looking
times.
nice.
Yeah.
Like spring break 1 and shit.
And we
Spring
were
break
probably
one,
so I
spring
was
break
if he was in
two.
8th grade, I was a senior. You had just
Just
graduated
I was
the
in
year
college.
before, so you're a
one.
freshman in college, and he was a junior in high
No
school.
wonder I went so long. That's
Yeah, right. Yeah, no shit.
Oh yeah, because
Good
I booked
times.
that trip before the college
man.
semester started, and I didn't even bother to
Funny.
look when the spring
When
break
the
was.
school.
Oh yeah.
So then I was like already paid for the trip, and then they were like, "We got school right now." Our spring break was like in the winter time and shit, like
Yeah,
February or
it's
some shit,
it's a different time.
Yeah, you guys
Lines up
was like-
differently.
right in the spring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spring break.
So I just went. I was like, "Fuck it."
You're like, you know what? School's not that important. I'd
Well,
rather.
It was freshman year, so a lot of people from RU was in my classes. So all I really had to do was just go to class.
To get their notes and stuff. Yeah.
Get their notes.
Yeah.
No, that makes
Take the
sense.
file.
Yeah. That Schoolcraft was like RU college, basically.
Are you?
And well, not just RU,
I
but
mean,
like
it's like all
RU,
the
Stevenson,
local
like all
colleges.
those local
yeah.
high schools or like surrounding high schools. It's like the college for that, or you know what I mean?
It
Kids
was
who
fun
go
for a
to
while.
community college.
Yeah.
Like I remember my first day on campus, because like
I'm still taking class. I'm like 7 years in right now. No, I'm gonna get my associates
Trying to be
next
a
next
doctor.
spring. Yeah.
Should be a doctor pretty soon.
No,
huh?
no, I'm just getting my associates. No, what were you saying though? I kind of.
no, just my associates.
He's
bud.
still
Yeah,
working
yeah.
on that
No, yeah,
associate.
still working on that
At least
associates.
he's not a fucking quitter, that guy.
Yeah, no, I stick in there. What were you saying though? I kind of cut you off.
I forgot.
God damn it.
It was
Damn
fun.
it, Joey.
It was not that important. You guys had trampolines when you were kids. We just had couches. We really did.
Couches.
Well, those were the first trampolines before we
I mean,
had
yeah.
them.
No,
You know
yeah,
what I
me
mean?
and my sister were just
And the bed. You
flip
had
on
beds
couches.
too. I'm sure you jumped on the
You
bed.
can't
right?
always be outside.
No.
No, really? You couldn't jump on the bed?
No, I mean they didn't. For some reason,
They weren't as bouncy.
well, they didn't care when we flipped on the couches. And then, like you could stand on the arm of the couch and do a perfect front flip and just
Like
land
on the cushions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
I
then
remember
sometimes
doing
you
stuff like
don't do a perfect flip, and then you land on your head.
Oh yeah.
Or you flip too far away from the couch, and then you just land on the space between the coffee table and the couch.
Yeah.
Like so many times. Just,
Between the coffee
Isn't it surprising? Like,
No. All right. Damn it. That's
good
enough.
God.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try it backwards now.
Yeah.
Still crying.
It's surprising that like we made it through. I feel like at times when I look back, I don't know, I'm like not just childhood, but like just like then my teen years, especially up into my like early 20s, like I feel like wow, I made it.
I was just like at the sheer
oh, man.
recklessness.
Oh, at the recklessness, like yeah, like just everything.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Don't you think?
I think about
For
that
sure.
too. But
Especially like our group in general.
but the more we evolve, the softer we get. Really, because like
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad.
like cavemen though, and a 16-year-old caveman was like
Yeah.
like
We're
fighting
resilient. I
mastodons
think
and
we're
shit.
more resilient than we give ourselves
Yeah.
credit for.
And you're like your rational decision making and all that shit. It's not there yet.
Yeah.
Like you just get a boost of
Oh, yeah.
testosterone. Muscles come before sense. So you're just like, oh, I'm invincible.
Yeah.
So you're in your basement lifting 260 or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm putting up a $115. No,
Rather just be
Yeah.
smart than strong now.
I think I can do more. I'm just not gonna try to.
I just don't really. need
I
to.
just
This
really
is all
don't
I-
want to.
This is all I'm required.
Especially like, did you guys see the news where that like little kid got punched and he like fell wrong and died?
Damn. No.
Yeah, it was like a 8th grader or some shit.
What?
Yeah,
Like in school?
yeah.
Oh my, that's terrible, dude. Could you imagine?
No, that's what I mean though. Like where you were talking about like,
Like,
surviving and shit. Like
Yeah.
how many times have like just been
I've
willing
been
to
punched.
get punched? Like yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
no.
Anything could happen.
Or how many times I've just been punched.
Right.
I feel like from
Yeah, that's
the
right,
first
yeah.
grade or kindergarten up. You know what I mean? I remember being punched numerous times. I'm sure there's times I don't remember being punched.
Oh, of course. That's kind of the.
I was
Remember that
way
one
more-
time this guy punched you
way
right?
more of those.
No.
no, really?
No,
Oh,
that guy punched you in the last week.
yeah.
No, I don't recall that.
What?
It's because you relived that week.
Yeah,
You just
exactly.
moved through it.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
But yeah.
Does anybody say that anymore? Oh boy. Like,
Sure,
is this
like,
on a serious note? Like,
like
oh
Idaho,
boy.
Isn't that
or
like
some shit in Fargo or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Isn't that like
Wisconsin.
the cookies? What is the cookies?
What's it?
Chips Ahoy.
Chips Ahoy?
Oh boy, don't they say something like that?
Not that I know of, but
You might. I
eat
don't
some
know.
off-brand cookies.
Don't be
Some
no.
off-brand cookies.
Eating
Chips
those
Ahoy.
fucking off-brand boys.
I mean, shit.
Them off brand.
That's just the name of the off-brand is Oi Boys.
Oi boys.
That's the off-brand Chips Ahoy. The
wow.
Oi Boys. Oh,
Oi boys.
We got some Oh boys.
Oh yeah.
The Oi Boys and Milk.
Milk.
Watch the movie.
Oh boys and Melk.
Oh boys and milk.
Melk. Yeah, that's so fucking Michigan.
That is for sure.
MELK.
Oh, that's Michigan too. Fur. Like instead of for,
For sure.
I say for sure. Kind of, that's.
What's the difference between fur and fur? No.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You just said fur twice.
That's like the fat guy on Larry King who puts S's on everything.
Yeah.
After a while, you just get used to it. You're like,
I went when we went back and rewatched it. He didn't like do it in the first few episodes, at least.
nah, yeah.
Or at least
it's like he
season one,
forgot.
maybe.
It's like he squirrely.
Or
deep.
like he just kind of caught him. They're like, that shit's funny. Keep
Or
doing it.
maybe we don't notice him now. Like, you know what I mean? I think Zach pointed it out, and then it was on our radar again.
Yeah.
Because he was like, does that guy put S's on everything? And we're like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the best shows.
I still haven't watched it, guys.
That's cool.
You guys been telling me to watch this for like a year now.
It's not like we produced it.
Yeah.
Just
There's
fans.
fucking Canadians up there.
It's a show. It's one of those shows. I mean, since it's on Hulu, though, you can't like.
We watch
binge-
way more shows.
You can't binge watch it too much. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's mostly because it's like 7 episodes. That's really the
Yeah.
reason. But I mean, the first seasons we ran through, we binged them, and then
Yeah, we did.
now we're caught. It's the Game of Thrones shit. Like when you got on Game of Thrones, it was like, I can like the sweet thing about it was watching one season a day or some shit, like being hooked on the
I
show.
feel like,
That's
but-
the first show I binged.
I feel like I only had to watch the first 2 seasons though, before we were actually caught up,
Really?
or maybe the first 3.
Probably the first. Because I remember when way back when I used to live with all of them.
Yeah, over
Oh,
by the
summer.
park.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great house.
Like, so I think my roommate Scotty came home and was like, we got the HBO shit, right? And he was like, you guys gotta watch Game of Thrones. And I was like, I'll get to it. And then one
I'll
day,
get to it.
I think I just got done fucking, and I was super tired. And then I put that shit on, and then I just watched. I didn't do nothing
Didn't
else.
fall asleep.
yeah.
No, I remember I stayed over there one night. I didn't have a ride home, so I just stayed up until like 6 a.m. and watched like most of season
Yeah.
1. And I was like, damn. Well, I'm just gonna walk home now.
Community
I ended
house
up walking home. I ended up
is nothing
sobering
bad.
up. Yeah,
Like
that was a fun house.
That was a great house.
living with a whole gang of fucks.
Cause that's funny you say that about Scotty. I think he put me on Workaholics. Like,
Yeah,
like
it was that same summer, I think.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah, because I went over there one day and he was like, "Oh, you guys want to watch Workaholics?" And I was like, "What the hell is that?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "Oh, it's funny. You'll love it." And I was like, "All right, I'll give it a shot." And then I was like, "Oh, this shit is hilarious," you know?
It was the shit for probably
Yeah,
the whole time it was on.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, since
Comedy Central-
since
that
it
shit,
went off
it's been
air.
off for a while. That's
They
crazy.
always have one show on, like, they always have one in the cut.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, even if their whole lineup ain't banging, they always,
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
and they can always lean on, like, Tosh and The Daily Show, but they always have one sitcom in the cut.
Yeah. That's always
It's a good
lined
formula.
up to.
They have.
Yep,
Yeah.
and then they throw away after a while, and then they just use the reruns.
But it's always when they go find, like, people that nobody knows yet. Like, you know, like, Chappelle got a show, I didn't know who he was. Key and Peele got a show, I didn't know who they were. Broad
Right.
City, The Workaholics. They always find some new talent and then progress that shit forward.
Well, I mean, I mean, Dave Chappelle was in a few things before he got his show.
Well, yeah, I knew who he was,
I
but
noticed him, but like as far as
know his
Workaholics, I didn't see
individual-
them anywhere.
I didn't know his individual genius.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
for
because
sure.
you've seen
But I saw the Workaholics
Chappelle
on a
and
YouTube video before they were the Workaholics.
Yeah, I had no idea who they were.
But yeah, like I knew like Half Baked, but I didn't like know who the guy from Half Baked was. I just knew Half Baked was sweet.
Just knew Half.
And I knew the guy ripping Eddie Murphy and Nutty Professor was killing him. But I never even put two and two together.
That's
these are the same
Chappelle.
motherfucker. Eddie and the shit with Tom Hanks. Like You've Got Mel or some shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Blue Streak with Martin Lawrence.
He is, he's in fucking Blue Streak. But that just goes to show, like,
he was in Con Air. Just you know what I mean?
Yeah, he is.
Like
He's a crook in Con
yeah,
Air.
like there was a lot of roles that he had
It
that
goes
were
to
like
show.
these smaller, like almost cameo roles. But that's how I knew of Dave Chappelle first, and I was like, this dude's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Because I remember Blue Streak. I mean that was when we were like kids. You know what I mean?
Con Air was even before that.
Yeah, even before
You've
that.
Got Mel's
and-
before that.
Right. So, and watching those, like, growing up, just seeing his, like, cameo roles.
That's like Kevin Hart, though. Like, I
You're-
saw him in a bunch of shit. Like, here and there. He was in Soul Plane. He was in a couple other movies. And then,
40-Year-Old Virgin.
but it's
Yeah.
a long-ass grind, though. Like, that,
Yeah.
it's just, like
Yep.
even those are the most talented people.
that just
in their
hustle
field.
it out
That just,
And
yeah,
it
get
still
rolling.
until it
rolling.
pays
rolling.
off. Yeah.
It takes time, man. Of course it takes time. Even after you, because, I don't know, I feel like people have a perception of, like, oh, he made it. But it's like, you never really make it. You know what I mean? I don't, it's a weird term for me because it's like, technically, like,
Yeah, like it just happens or something.
yeah, because it's
He
just,
made it. There it
I don't
is.
know.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just,
because you spend time making it.
yeah,
Like, it's not
it
like
doesn't
a-
make sense.
It's not an overnight thing. Oh, I gotta.
Mhm. Scoozy. Yeah. Even, I mean, the amount of work we've been putting into what we do and the amount of time.
Yeah, and then there's setbacks always too. There's delays, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be shit that happens, and
Can't always, agree with people. Can't always.
Yeah, like every setback is a small setback, though.
Yeah. You just gotta keep moving forward.
Like, you guys ever?
Keep taking those roles.
I read Kevin Hart's book, and that's what it's all about. It's about like
It's about getting back up, not the
like
fall.
all the shit he sucked at, like being a swimmer, and then like he was good at being like a shoe salesman or some shit. He couldn't get into college because he had like terrible test scores because he didn't take the test seriously. But he always wanted to do comedy, but he just wanted permission from his mom to do it. And then she told him, something she told him, like, if you do this, then you could go and do that. I think it was actually just to be good at his day job at being a shoe salesman. And then that's how he was, like, allowed to do comedy because his mom was, like, super strict because his brother was, like, a gangster.
yeah,
So she didn't want that to happen to him.
Yeah.
there's like, see, I think once you get
Paid off.
past that point that you don't need permission from anybody, you know what I mean, to like follow your dreams or be true to yourself or do something for your mental health or do something for your physical health. I think that's really when you understand, like, from a conscious level, like, oh shit, you know what I mean? This is my life, you know what I mean? I don't need even like a, like, all right, let me use like an example of kind of what because I know you guys know what I'm talking about, but
But no, yeah, it's like when
you're not living
that's when
to
you
please
become
other
a complete
people.
person. It's like you're like a complete person.
yeah, you're
in
like,
yourself.
I don't need approval from my mom, my dad, my co-workers, my friends, my attorney, you know what I mean? Like,
No, from
maybe,
nobody.
yeah,
So
exactly.
at the end of the day, you got to live with everything you do and have done and decisions you make.
Yeah, because like you can listen to other people and then your shit will be fucked up.
But like,
and then you'll have nobody to blame except yourself.
Exactly.
Because like they'll give you advice and then you follow it. It's not attached to their like karma and their fate.
Yeah. For instance, I had to turn down a job today. Like, and it didn't feel right to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just from like, and I felt like I was like, you know, because it was decent money and like, but the job just didn't match up for me, and it just didn't make sense at the time, and I was like, you know, my gut and like everything was just telling me like, I don't, this ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't gonna, it isn't for me. It's not my cup of tea. And I had to tell them no. You know what I mean? I had to tell them no. And I think that's one of the most important things that like people need to understand and come to a realization too. Because everybody wants to please people, but not only that, they feel like they're obligated to like to do certain things or like, oh, I have to, you know what I mean? I don't want to let this person down. I'm not gonna, but you have to really completely separate from that and understand like, you know, no, I have to set these boundaries. I have to be able to have, you know, my own way of doing things. And if like something isn't jiving with that, then you have to be able to say, you know, no. And it's not like it's like, no, fuck you. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you know, this just not going to work for me. Like, it's not something that is living up to my fullest potential. And, you know, I don't know. It's just, especially as like an artist or, you know, something that we do, like, you have to be able to be like, you know, analyze something and be like, you know, and it's always like, you know, I'm grateful for the offer. Like I never burn bridges. Yeah. I've always been a huge advocate of that. Like, and the guy was like, you know, he was like, oh, dude, completely understand. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I completely understand. Like you know, he said you're an awesome dude, and I appreciate like the respect coming forward, and
you'll find most people
you know,
will
vice
have that
versa, man. You know,
too, you know?
Yeah, most people will, but then there is people who will have like that start, and this is when ego comes into play. That's
kind of how you
take
weed
it
them
personally.
Out, though. Those are the people
exactly.
Don't want to work
yeah,
with.
that's.
I was gonna say,
it
like,
works out better that way.
You never want to burn a bridge unless it's to like toxic wasteland.
Exactly.
Because if it's
Precisely.
to Chernobyl, then what the fuck are you trying to go back?
Yeah, why are you trying to go back? Yeah, exactly.
Stay away from that.
That's, you want to burn the bridge at that point.
Like saying no is important, because like if you don't want something, like you shouldn't just take it because the person that's offering you the thing, they should be giving it to somebody who actually really wants it.
And I feel like I owe that obligation to them for offering it to me as well. Like, not just to myself, but to be like, and that's what I said too. I was like, it's just not for me. You know what I mean? And I'm truly grateful, but you know, I like you said, like it belongs to someone else. And so it's like, that's not me. And yeah, I feel like, you just got to be able to do that at times.
Huh?
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
living for yourself.
Yeah.
Live for yourself. Ride your own wave.
Yep.
You don't want to be on your deathbed thinking like, oh fuck, I should have done that. If I'd have known this, I would have. Just always do whatever you fucking want.
Yeah, exactly. Just do what you want, unless it's like murdering kittens or something. Then don't do that. Definitely don't do that.
You're starving, and then there's a whole nother.
That's got to be like real far down the line. Yeah, for sure. To get to that point,
happen to stumble across some kittens.
Isn't that crazy though? There's like a hierarchy.
And then I still would.
Yeah, like,
I mean,
there's a bunch of cows. You would be like, you would help them do it.
Kill them. Yeah, fuck them cows up.
Right? Yeah.
Steaks.
Oh, we're having steak tonight.
That's all you would think.
I mean, it seems more worth it though, just because it's more meat.
It is more.
I don't think it's just that though. Too. It depends.
Like you'll eat a rat. Like that's what. I mean, Survivor's crazy because like.
At the same time,
they didn't think they were gonna ever do that.
Oh, I would hate to eat a rat.
So
rats are like the one thing. Do you guys have like?
Rats,
do you guys have like a certain animal that like kind of freaks you out too much?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, like
not necessarily, and it doesn't have to be like a phobia, because I don't think I have a phobia of rats, but rats, like, scare, like they frighten me to my core, like, and I don't know why. I think it has to do with maybe
I'm not, like, terrified of them, but they're just
I don't know. I shouldn't say terrified.
Like bats and birds.
Like I'm like when they're around, I'm like I would never touch one, and
it's
like
because they're like such,
I don't want them.
Fierce little survivors and shit. Like they'll run up your pants leg.
Yeah,
like,
that's what it is. Yeah,
you saw the movie Saw. Like they'll claw through your fucking gut. Like
yeah, they'll eat pretty much anything too.
Who's that? Bats and birds though with me. Something about the wings flapping, like sometimes you can just feel like helpless, like they're flapping around your head. Oh, they're in my hair. They're moving around. Like I don't know what to do.
When I was a kid, we had at one time
and
like,
bats for sure.
7 birds.
Because they'll bite.
Really?
Yeah, in our
that's a lot of birds.
But yeah, birds are like smart lizards or something.
Yeah, they're creepy.
Like you think they don't.
Well, they are. That's like where dinosaurs were like evolved from birds.
Pick up on anything, but like our parrot and shit. Like he knew how to play and shit. Like we play tug of war and shit. Like you can train them to do tricks and shit. Like they're pretty cool pets, but like certain birds like. Even their face shape is like murder.
Like murder.
Crows. Like, don't want that around me.
That's like pecks there in your brain.
The movie Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Yeah,
that movie freaked my mom out.
That movie freaked me out. I watched it when I was a little too young.
I think that's why we had so many birds, is because she wanted to like get over that phobia.
We had like a talking bird when we were
kind of smart though.
Younger. What was that?
Yeah, so we had one bird. Like, well, actually, we had chickens all the time growing up, but so like we always raised chickens, and they didn't live in the house. You know what I mean? They lived out in a coop. Eggs. But so we always had them. But like we had one Mako parrot, and his name was Nico, and he was a dickhead. Honestly, I didn't like. I liked the bird. Don't get me wrong.
Did he just go alarm sounds all night?
No, wasn't so. He would, but that's not why he was a dickhead. Like, I remember, like, just whenever I would try to like play with him or be nice to him, and I don't know if I was handling him wrong because I was a kid at the time. But I remember I was like, "Hey, Miko," like took him out of his cage and like set him on my shoulder. And all of a sudden he was like, wham, like just latched onto my ear, and I was like, oh!
That's what they do when they like if they lose their balance and shit.
Yeah, maybe he was.
Yeah, because I mean they got stupid wings.
Yeah,
they can only grab shit with their claws in their mouth.
Yeah, so he's. Yeah, but from that point on, I was like, man.
We had one named Scooter who was like already like 25 years old when we got him or some shit.
Damn, that's good.
Because they lived to be like 100. But like you couldn't take him out of the cage like only my mom could, because he just bite your shit. But we had this cool ass like blue, like that color except a little bit darker. His name was Maui. That's the one that like you play like tug of war with.
Oh really? That's
like,
cool.
He'll sit, like he would just be out all day.
Yeah.
And they like eat random like peanuts and shit. They like
fruits and nuts.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Veggies. Fucking pets, dude. We had doves.
You did?
Yeah, dude.
We had doves.
Doves are cool, but you can't like really. They just want to.
Yeah,
be
we
free.
did. We had doves.
They're just.
Do you remember?
Yeah, it's like you just set them free.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like,
well, that's what I think ended up. I think that's what ended up happening is somebody left the cage open and they just flew out.
Ours did that. Flew around.
There was 2 of them.
My dad was like, "It's fine. Let's just put birdseed in the shit, and then they'll come back to eat."
Yeah.
And then they both did.
Did yeah, that's.
They flew around for
that's
like 2
smart.
hours and they came back in the cage.
Yeah.
I mean, then, what else can you do?
What else do we have?
Go chase them with a kite.
No, I mean, because we were little, so we were like,
"You let our birds out."
Oh yeah, he's probably annoyed. He was like,
they'll come back.
Go in the house.
Yeah, motherfuckers ain't coming back.
Oh, we fucked. We gonna
bury them.
Yeah. Them damn birds. Shut the hell up.
They got out.
Yeah, exactly right.
They got out.
I don't know.
I don't
They
know.
wanted to be free. I don't know. Something about birds though too, like made me always feel like they just, I don't know if they're supposed to be in the cage. You know what I mean? Like they just they're just supposed to be free, man.
Be able to fly if they're able to, flying birds.
Yeah, for sure. I just feel like they need to. Especially breeds like that. Like a doves they need to be flying around like a mug.
Doves, yeah.
Did I tell you that? Remember, I thought until like just a year ago, until Brennan clarified this for me. Like growing up in the 90s, and then I went to like Detroit public schools, so everybody would say like a mug.
Yeah.
And I thought they were saying like a mug, but it was actually like a mug, like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I just learned that.
I think, I don't know, because I heard kids say mug. Like in music.
Oh, okay. So maybe the kids I heard did say that, and I got confused between the two.
But yeah, I think
like a mug.
Like a mug.
like a mug.
That
Yeah.
makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense. I just thought it never made sense, and I was just like, okay, like a mug. Like a mug.
I always thought it was like a mug.
I mean, because I never said it.
Like
you know what I mean? I just listened. Like a mug.
Like being mug.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Like a mug.
I couldn't figure it
Why is a
out for
coffee
the
mug
life of
called a
me.
coffee
I was
mug
always
instead of
curious
a
about
cup?
it. I never asked anybody about it.
He
Yeah,
hard.
that's the-
He
that's
hard
the-
hit
you
it
know what
like
I
a
mean?
mug.
If you don't get slang, that's
Yeah.
the thing about it. You have to just like
It just
pretend you get it. Until,
yeah, exactly.
That's like some jive slang or
like
something.
the time will come.
Well, that was, I don't know, that was big in the 90s for whatever reason.
Like a mug.
Yeah, it was. It was like a thing that every little kid,
Would say.
Every little
until they
kid.
felt brave enough to start cursing for real,
Yeah,
and then they
Yeah,
start cursing
right.
for real.
yeah.
When did you guys start cursing?
Prior substitute. I remember.
I don't know the first time.
Like we got, remember we were like little kids, and then like the neighbors across the street took us across the street, and they're like, okay,
Which ones?
Jennifer and Thomasina.
Oh, they always like they were like got us to do a bunch of crazy
Yeah,
shit.
no,
like,
but I remember them being like, all right, go ahead. I want you to say this word. Shit. And we just were over there. Shit. Oh my God, we said it.
I do not
Ass.
remember this.
Oh my God. It was like, yeah, like we.
Titties.
We snuck off.
to
go swear.
Just to go swear. That's hilarious.
We were like, I don't know how old we were, little kids.
I heard it, like I heard adults say it, and then I heard other kids say it, and I just always thought other kids sounded dumb, like they didn't know how to use it.
Yeah.
So
I know.
I didn't want to sound dumb, so I probably didn't start cursing.
So many people didn't know how to
Till,
swear.
like-
Piece of ass.
Yeah.
What the shit?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they just went overboard. It's like 4 or 5 curse words per sentence, and you're like, it stops being a sentence after like the
Right.
third.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, I probably didn't start until like
After
fifth
like the
grade.
third.
It's hilarious.
Like yeah,
When did you stop?
never. I still.
Never.
Oh, okay.
Still curse.
What if that was a thing? Like
Just
yeah,
part of-
yeah, I had a cursing problem.
Was
I
it
had a cursing
affecting
problem.
anyone?
Yes.
tearing
Yes.
my life apart. Okay.
Hi, I'm Brennan.
Sorry.
I have a cursing problem. Last week,
This filthy mouth has lost me so many jobs.
yeah.
First of all, and I'm just trying to explain something simple.
I guess that is to lose a job from swearing. I guess you could. I never have.
I mean, if
Yeah,
you're
it
like
depends on the job.
customer
if
service,
you're like, what's up, bitches? What do you want? like,
if you're customer
welcome to-
service
welcome
or
to
something.
Wheels
But like if
Fucking-
you're in the back stacking boxes, cut your finger. Ah, fuck. You're fired. Get the hell out of here.
get up.
That would be funny just for the story. Like,
Yeah,
like I'm
exactly.
a boss who wouldn't care, but I would just want to tell somebody like, yeah, I fired a motherfucker for cursing.
I just did that shit for shits and giggles.
I got them powers.
Yeah.
You're fucking fired. Get out of here.
People do. People
Get
ego
the
trip all
fuck
the time.
out of here.
Like they get a little.
Yeah.
They just go straight to
Yeah.
you.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't imagine having an ego trip over
Something
like a
Someone
position
that
like
ridiculous.
that. Yeah, and then like someone cursing
I'm like a
or
mug.
something so simple.
I'm like a mug.
It's like a mug.
Did you just say mug in a sentence that doesn't make any
Are
goddamn
you
You
sense.
should have
saying
called
mug?
someone out back in the day if you like had no idea.
What? I just
Are you
thought,
saying mug?
I didn't want to. It clearly sounded. First off, it clearly sounded like mug.
Like a mug.
Like it was like mug.
That,
'Cause
lighter. What the fuck is this shit?
What keeps going on?
Oh
Oh, I
shit!
keep touching the fucking
Oh,
mouse and shit.
Shit!
Oh, that's why.
Is that my
That's why. Oh yeah, that's all your
my
shit's
porn?
in-
That okay, good.
Your shit's
That's
in
not
kids,
the
bro.
porno, right? No, I know that's probably from my file then. Yeah, it's show. Yeah, it's
that's
Joe.
what-
That's
it's
Joey's
from,
clips. Joey's clips.
It's from your shit.
Probably
Okay.
Joey's clips.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Put a
know.
nice image up there.
Yeah, maybe something like,
Man. But I keep fucking. I forget the mouse is here, and then I'm,
and then it hits
And then you
it,
bump
I'm
it.
high, and that's not helping.
and you
out
just
there.
start clicking like click, click,
It's
click, click, click,
fucking retarded. Or
Clickety,
you can't even say
clickety,
that
clickety,
word
click.
anymore, I'm sorry.
clickety, 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 click.
Thanks, bro. No, of
Too
course.
late. You fucked up.
Do you see how you didn't even have to ask me?
Yeah, that's pretty.
That's a true friend.
Thanks, man. I wonder what a true friend was.
That is a true
Thought it was that guy
that
who
is a
gave-
true friend.
That guy
Any
who gave
other
me that
quality?
kidney?
No.
Fuck
No,
him.
no, no, no. That's not the quality that you want in a friend.
Nah. I mean, fuck that kidney.
Yeah, no, it's a kidney.
Oh man. I cannot believe.
Hopefully, I'm kicked out of the studio for smoking all this weed.
5 more minutes, please. Come on.
They
It's
might,
like super legal now, so.
they might get.
Yeah, it's
I had that joint we smoked. I walked in the Family Dollar. It was in my ear. I forgot about it, and I was
Now
just.
that might be too far.
yeah.
That might be a
That's
little
taking
bit
it over the
wild.
edge there.
Yeah, that's like not having any respect.
But I was just like.
Well, by
at
the way,
ca-
for
like,
the
I hadn't-
audience,
I did not remember.
I do participate in the use a little bit for medicinal reasons. By the way, so that's just a little disclosure. Okay.
yeah, I get sick of not being high.
Pussy. Yeah, I get sick of not being high.
I'm suffering.
Uh,
El Doctorio. Did I just make that word up? That is not.
yeah,
how
I
you
ain't
say
trying to clean up
doctor.
no image. I'll be.
You know to clean up your image? Damn, dude.
I'm just smoking weed.
Yeah, I gotta get that rolling. The Boy Meets World reboot.
Fuck. I'll just be in the next half baked.
Oh, they canceled that. There's
They cancel.
there's no more wild movies coming out.
No more. Wild.
Rough.
It's done for a minute.
It's alright.
No more
the-
well.
What's the last movie you guys have seen?
All for that's like newer movie.
I didn't even have to be new. Just the last movie you
Like the
took
last.
note of in your brain. Like,
Damn, I can't even
Last movie.
think. I was watching some show on Netflix.
Is it like a new? Are you saying like a new movie that I saw, or like
just the last movie that you saw.
The Passengers with
Oh,
Jennifer
that's a good one.
Lawrence
I like that movie.
Oh, on that
And Chris Pratt.
and
spaceship.
yeah, Chris Pratt. You know what's cool about that movie too that you don't really think of? There was only 3 people that entire time,
Like, through the whole movie,
throughout the
yeah.
whole movie,
Damn,
which is
that is
to me
the
that's
robot guy and them,
I mean,
no
or the first captain.
the first captain, yeah,
Okay, yeah,
you know.
that's pretty.
well, the people at the end, you know.
I'm trying to think. That's what I'm thinking right now.
But
That sucks, though.
let's not give away
But
the whole.
they didn't.
I mean,
oh,
that
yeah.
movie's
How
been
long is
out
that
for a
movie
minute.
out?
It's been out for a minute.
Yeah, it's like
We'll just give out what's in the
2017
trailer.
or 16
Like,
or
It would
something.
suck to wake up early and some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a chamber, it's supposed.
I
Cause
mean,
everything malfunctions. So,
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, yeah, okay, I can't give it away. So, but I guess the cool thing about it is that obviously that they overcome and make the best out of that situation. And they were both like kind of looking for something else always in life. And that's kind of like, I mean, that's like something I think we all do. Like we're always constantly searching for something better or you know, something
Yeah.
that's not that we don't have right now, which is good to an extent, but you have to also be able to say, well, I'm grateful for what I have right now, and I'm like happy with it. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty content with it. But then, you know, you still want that drive, I guess, to keep bettering yourself at the same time. So but there's a fine line between
It's
that.
a balance.
It's a balance. It's a balance.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just
figure it out.
because time's passing, so you feel like you got to keep moving. You do have.
But
to
you
keep
do.
moving.
I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not saying that you don't.
actually have to do anything. If you wanted to be a
No,
plant,
yeah, you could do whatever you want.
like that would be a little work of art in itself. Like somebody's got to do that. Like somebody's got to sit in one spot forever.
Yeah.
Because that's almost as impossible as achieving a bunch. Like, like somebody never moving from one spot and staying alive.
And not doing anything.
That's like, imagine how powerful their brain would be, though.
Sounds.
I don't
Like,
know.
because they would just be meditating.
Would it?
I mean,
They would be meditating their whole life.
Yeah, but
just thinking.
Because they would have to be astral projecting, or else they would just die of like.
yeah,
boredom.
but what if they weren't meditating then? Then I think you'd be the most just the
oh,
most unhealthiest
even
person in the
better
world.
art.
You know.
It's
even
even
better.
Because it's an eternal struggle. Now it's a movie. Like
Now
you
it's a
see,
movie.
Like the guy who just sits down, starts meditating from jump. But the guy who starts meditating the last 10 years, that's a fucking award winner right there.
What do you got? A oatmeal cream pie over here?
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
sure
didn't know we
do.
were doing a throwback snack segment.
Yeah.
Bro,
I would have brought a moon pie.
the real throwback is like the oatmeal peanut butter and jellies. I
Yup.
think
I don't know. That's just as much of a throwback, but it's just more
But
popular
I think
still.
it's a different company that made them that no longer exists.
Really?
I think.
No, I
'Cause
think it's
don't-
the same
do you,
company.
Do you ever see those anywhere?
No.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Where?
I swear to God, I've seen them.
In a white box?
I'm lying through my teeth. No, I've seen
The
them somewhere.
I
oatmeal
haven't seen them in
cookies
a
I
while.
with
swear,
peanut butter
I
and
swear,
jelly.
I've just
I never
no.
liked
Listen,
them, though.
I swear, I
I
didn't
do.
like those either. I like them.
Yeah.
I like
I
that
like them
cream.
both. But the
And I don't
cream-
know, man. I like the cream. Fuck those peanut butter and jelly. I want a sandwich, peanut butter and jelly over that.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like.
I'm so over peanut butter.
He just done like peanut butter and jelly.
No, I mean, one time I was a child.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm not.
Yeah.
That's the whole
That's
poem right
true.
there.
and that's the end of the
now I'm
story.
not.
But no,
So-
like so much peanut butter and fucking jelly. This is the first thing you learn how to make on your own. You're like, you gotta get the peanut butter, one slice of bread.
Bread
Okay,
in
they got
there.
one more slice of bread.
Mm-mm.
Jelly. Now we gotta put jelly on this side.
Jelly.
And smush them. Mom, I
You
made a
get
sandwich.
smishing.
Mom, I made a sandwich. She's like, go to 12th grade.
Go to 12th grade.
Yeah.
You're late for your prom, son.
Oh no.
The way like our family cooked like Italian, so it was like a big feast every time. So I feel like we always had leftovers just to eat the next day instead of making PB and J's
Sometimes
all
the next
time.
like 3 days.
I know, seriously, we would just spaghetti for the rest of the week.
But also food.
But it's like
Doesn't that suck when like if there's leftovers, but then they cook the next day too?
so
then you're
that
like-
it happens. I'm
Because
like,
you want to eat the shit.
Bro.
You want to eat the new shit too.
yeah.
and then they complain that you don't eat the leftovers.
Why aren't you eating the damn leftovers? Yeah.
Like, because
for
you
sure.
cooked 3 days in a row.
Yeah. What do you
why-
want to eat? Today's? Yesterday's?
Man, I wish
I
I,
guess
had, I
that's
wish
how
I had
chubby kids
that
are
problem today.
It's
Yeah.
like it's how you make a little chubster.
So I'll make little jokes.
So they gotta play 6 sports.
Look at us complaining that we've
Burn all
always
this
had
kid.
food.
I mean,
No,
Always too
it's
much.
awesome, but it's a thing
That's
in your
funny.
head because you
I
think
mean, yeah.
only
it's like,
because you do hear like why
No,
is
it's
nobody
funny.
eating this?
why
Yeah,
is
exactly.
Nobody
That's the funniest thing
appreciates-
about it.
I'm never gonna cook again.
Because there's other
Yeah,
food.
yeah. It would always result to that. Like, well, I'm never cooking again then. Like, well, you
like-
kind of made dinner tonight too.
I guess I'll eat a mid lunch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
Midnight snack.
That's the like when you're a kid you can snack at midnight, but like I think probably like 26, like that shit just haunts you the whole
Shit
night.
just haunts you.
Yeah.
I do, like, in the middle of the night, get cravings too for food.
Oh yeah, me too.
Like, I'll wake up,
I
go,
do
go to
if-
take a piss, and be like, you know what? I could eat something
if
right
it's
now.
like a scoop of ice cream or something.
Yeah, seriously, something like
It's
that,
something
like a scoop of
it's
ice
like it
cream.
haunts your brain. If you know it's in there, then you want it. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, there's a.
There's
Like, it's the first
yeah,
thing you
exactly.
think. Like, as soon as you stand up
Yep.
and go piss, like he said.
You know what?
Like,
There's
Yeah.
a motherfucking...
Like, wait, hold on. You
it's not gonna
know,
eat itself either. I got a decision to make.
there's a box of cheese.
And then you're watching TV
on
at
top of
3
the
a.m. for
fridge.
no reason. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Just so
in
you
your
could eat
boxers,
that.
though.
Just and then
And you're like,
you're
well, I
half
can't-
doing it like
I
in a
like eat
slumber.
cereal in the
Gotta wait
middle
an
of the night. Just you know what? I want some cereal.
Gotta wait an hour to
Fuck
go
it.
back to sleep now.
Just gonna watch.
But when
it.
I do it, I'm like super tired when I do it. Like I'm
I
almost
know,
half
you'll be
sleeping.
like-
Like you're like doing it
But
and
it's
like
worth
barely
it.
functioning. You're
Yeah, you're mad at yourself because you just brushed your teeth too. So
Right
like,
before
whatever
you-
you put
a
in your
few
mouth
hours
doesn't
ago.
even taste good. It still tastes like
yeah, because it's
toothpaste.
only a couple like hour or something after you fall
But
asleep.
it's just zombie
usually.
brain. It's just like.
I usually drink a lot of water before bed, though.
Yeah.
After you brush
Oh,
your
me
teeth,
That'll
you
make
kind
you
of like
toss and turn too.
rinse
Though.
it out. Not like a lot, at least like a glass.
I hate waking up to piss because it takes 2 hours to go back. To
Oh, I
sleep.
do anyway.
Yeah,
Throughout
it's
the
always
night, like nonstop.
but I have
2
to.
hours before your
I have
alarm
to-
goes off.
I have to piss right now.
Me
like
too,
I
honestly.
like I have to piss
For being
literally all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Me too.
It's
Actually, I knew that.
It must
yeah.
run.
yeah,
in the family.
you didn't know that. It must run in the family. I can remember one time I was driving. We were coming back from the east side, and we were driving down 8 Mile, and this guy's like, "Pull over, I need to piss," and I was like, "Well, there's not even like." Anywhere to pull over,
is, like,
there's just like
8
the strip
Mile.
club here, and then like
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like, and then
Some
where do you?
factors.
Yeah, I was like, well, where do you want me to stop? He's like, no, fucking pull over.
I think
So I was like,
We
we
could
can
either-
and he was like, pull over right here. He's pointing to the median. I'm like, that's the median. You know what I mean? Like, there's cars coming on the other side. There's cars. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. So I pulled over, like, in one of the Michigan U-turns, like, where you get on. And I was like,
jumped out.
all right.
took
He
a
jumped
piss.
out, and yeah.
My thinking was I could either just get out and pee right now or wait another 15 minutes, which sounded like hell if it would have seemed like an hour.
Isn't it? It's crazy that like sometimes you feel like you have to piss like crazy, and then it just like goes away.
Yeah.
Not for me. I don't think it happens.
Well, I
for me.
don't. It goes away after you pee.
Oh, after, is that what you're saying, or like if you?
No, like,
you're saying before, right?
I've
Like yeah, like there's
Yeah.
been times that I've been like on the freeway, and like fuck, it just hits me, and it's like I don't like feels like I'm about to piss myself, and then I just fucking keep driving, like holding it, and then the whole sensation just goes away. It's
Damn.
Like,
Oh,
I've
see,
never had
I don't
it.
get that.
That happens
I
with
don't
me.
get that.
Like if I gotta take a shit.
Yeah, that happens if I gotta take a shit.
oh, I
But
gotta take a
if-
shit.
I don't get that. Like as soon as I feel,
And then
like,
it'll
So
be
it's
like,
the opposite
goes
for
away. That's
for
weird.
us. That is weird.
yeah, I feel like
If I gotta pee, I gotta pee. So I
Yeah,
gotta pee.
I gotta pee, and that's it. Now I've had this, like kind of what you're explaining. Like I've had a pee so bad where it feels like I'm about to piss myself, but then like I'll
can't
like
piss myself.
occupy. Yeah, I
like,
can't, but it
physically.
feels
Alright,
like that.
check, camera one.
Okay, should we take that break and then
Yeah, you
come
can,
back to? Because I think I'm gonna have to check lighting and break.
Word from the sponsors. All right.
And we're sponsored by Good Weed and
Good weed and
In good times.
Good Weed and Bad Bitches, Wiz Khalifa. But I feel like in this current climate, you can't just like try not to say it. That was your Wiz laugh?
I mean, yeah.
That's kind of weak.
A
but-
quick attempt. I didn't want to go all out.
You should go back and see the Wiz for some humor.
You should go back and see the Wiz.
Yeah, no shit.
No, I'm just fucking.
You're just fucking.
Just fucking around.
That's why that mic's so close.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
Yeah.
just fucking.
it's gotta be close.
No, I get it.
I think.
Right.
What else?
New guess. So, what we've been doing for the Gateway Show, or at least started doing, was we are bringing on guests. So if there's anybody who's interested, who meets the qualifications, just know.
Yeah, I mean, reach out.
Reach out. I don't know. And we want to hear feedback, definitely.
We'll be reaching out to some people, and
so make sure you're...
Wouldn't hurt to hear from other people.
Oh, yeah. We'll make sure that...
You're giving us some feedback. We'd appreciate it. For sure.
We'll make sure to drop the email address for you guys to find it. Then you guys can just comment, like, and subscribe.
Oh, and follow our YouTube page, definitely, for the videos. So yeah, that's a good thing
for videos. Yeah.
All right, shameless plugs over. But what were we talking about before the break? Going to the bathroom, having to go.
Yeah, that's why.
Urge.
That's why we had a break.
That's
what kind of spiked.
But everybody goes through that. The older you get, the worse it's gonna get to. So.
Don't tell me that. It's already bad. I don't want to get any worse. I don't think I can.
Maybe there's stuff you can do. Like, I don't know.
I'm sure. Medication.
Become half robot. And you just get a gallon tank.
A bladder transplant.
It's like, it's good. I'm fine. Like, nothing's wrong, but I just piss a lot. Like, but I do drink a lot of water, too.
Same.
Like, I drink a ton of water.
You came in here with, what, a case?
Yeah. 3 pairs.
Well, I came in here with three waters. I'm on my 3rd water since we started this case. No, I know I drink
3rd case of water since we started.
Yeah, I'll drink Perrier's like at times too. Like, and it was funny. I seen. Should I say his name? It doesn't matter, right?
I don't know who.
He's a friend.
I don't know who.
No, a friend of ours. I'm trying to say. I don't know if I want to.
I mean, fuck it. Yeah, don't say his name, I guess.
I have no inclination of who you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know either.
All right. So I mean.
Plus, I don't know what the story is, so I don't want to. I don't want to be like, yeah, say his name, and then it's like a super embarrassing story about something.
Yeah. No, it's not even an embarrassing story.
So anyway. Shit himself while masturbating in the Greektown parking garage.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And then digging through the trash. No, but
anyway, he was drinking a Perrier while he was doing it.
Yeah. No, he just said it tasted like static TV water. What you doing drinking all that static TV water? I thought that was the funniest shit ever. I started laughing. Because I had a couple of them in my hand, and I was like,
static TV.
Yeah, it's just carbonated, just carbonated water.
Yeah.
Like that's But I don't know.
Hoity-toity.
I guess I don't know.
It's like drinking a pop without the sugar.
Yeah, I just because I don't drink pop.
The carbonation is the worst part of pop.
I like carbonation.
No, I like it, dude. That's the whole thing with it.
I drink some of it carbonated, and then I'll like it the next day when it's like half flat.
Yeah, I like
all
it.
That shit like at the back of your throat, just like.
I do.
That shit's so weird. I love the carbonation. I'm like
tightening
more
the cap
carbonation,
so it stays fresh and carbonated.
Yeah,
I've had that phase though. Like as a kid, I was like, yeah, more carbonation.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, this seems really acidic.
Yeah, like it's eating my insides probably right now.
Yeah, that's what. Plus, I've seen.
It might be, but I'll tell you what, it's damn good.
You know that video when they pour the Coca-Cola in the toilet bowl?
You know,
and then they the toilet bowl
clean it, and
I'm like,
what's that?
What's that? Yeah, that's
bad for you.
Coke is like
science is out.
I feel like your stomach can handle it though, like more than you think. Because your stomach is just pure acidic, anyways, and that's.
And our bodies are evolving over time to.
I'm just saying for just the carbonation. I know that a Coke itself is not like that's definitely shouldn't be on your body. You know what I mean?
Said it on
but
the
just
last podcast,
as water, I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Breathe air and drink water.
Yeah.
But we can do other shit because it's in the food.
Well, yeah, of course we can. But there's also things to pay for because of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of time in the long run, but still, that's
Who cares about the long run, bro?
Fuck it.
It's all about right fucking now. You understand it? No.
I don't.
Right.
No, I don't.
Go on a real tangent.
Don't understand.
A little bit ridiculous to not think about the consequences of your actions, no matter who you are or how old you are. But most people don't.
Truly.
Most people just coast through this shit and do wild shit like there's no price to pay for it.
Yeah, they could.
Fuck it.
They definitely could.
They'll learn.
A lot of people just aren't self-aware these days. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Like people walk out into traffic on their phones.
Yeah.
Like,
You guys don't do that?
They don't take a minute to...
But it's not even these days.
Sit
Because when
and
I go
just-
to
No.
I go to grocery stores a lot, and like old people always walk straight out into the parking lot without looking.
No, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like out of nowhere, like you knew they were about to pop out.
Maybe they're trying to get hit, some of those old people.
Oh, dark.
Dark. But there are, like
They're
people just so connected to their phones or something like that, or just
yeah.
don't pay attention to shit around them.
I think once
Don't
you
pay attention to what they're doing.
once you get hit by a car, once you realize like
You realize.
the car's got the right of way. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Yeah.
care what you say. Like the car's got the right of way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking. I'm just saying like because like this happens all the time. Like I'll walk through like a stop sign
People
like
get
by where I
mad.
live and they just
Blow the stop sign.
blow. Oh yeah, just
Yeah.
blow the stop sign. But as I'm standing there to like cross the walk, like so I'll wait and then they just blow the stop sign and drive by, and I'm like, well,
Yeah, that's so
Okay.
like you're
okay,
experiencing.
you know what I mean?
We're experiencing like both ends of the same thing, but on opposites. So
Yeah.
you're like experiencing drivers like that, and I'm experiencing civilians like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, pedestrians. They're like, oh, they're gonna stop.
Yeah,
But,
I know.
like, but people don't always see you. Like,
Yeah,
or they just
yeah,
waited
it's-
at a stop sign for 20
they-
people, and then they think it's clear now.
Because
Now
you
they're
have
gassing
the
out.
That's
right
why.
away
That's
doesn't
why
mean
I
you're
don't.
not gonna
That's
get
why I'll
hit.
never.
Just gotta look.
I'll never walk out in front of a car like that's moving.
Very basic. It's
just because-
they don't even know it's a car.
Well,
I'm
it's
waiting
my
until they
turn to
come
walk.
to a complete stop. I don't
They
know
don't
what
even-
they're doing,
they don't
what they're
even
looking
look.
at. If they're
they don't know it's a car. They
if
just,
they're legally blind, just driving the car, I have no fucking idea. But I'm not walking out in front of them. Like I don't care.
people have like wild dogs. Like some people's dogs get in the back seat and sit till they get where they're going. And then some people's fucking dogs are like all over the car while they're driving.
Sparky,
and they're like,
sit down.
boy.
Yeah.
Bitch, you're in a fucking car. That shit's gonna crash. You're gonna die. You're gonna get your dog killed and you.
Yeah.
Because you can't be disciplined.
Leave your dog, your crazy dog. You know.
Like, yeah. Oh, come on up here. It's okay.
No,
I hate
No.
that. And I hate when people like, you know when like.
Sit back, dog.
People are like, oh, he's friendly because they're with their dog all day, every day. But the dog
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
know
Of course,
the
yeah.
new person coming in the house. And they're like, oh, he's friendly. And then they just go in a different room. And then you're just out there with like, it's always like a bull
With this
mastiff.
strange ass dog
it's
that's like
bull
way
mastiff.
too big that I know that if it comes down to it, like I'm gonna have to
You
do
gotta-
something that you know what I mean,
Yeah.
in order to save my
And
life.
you're gonna have to
So it's
lose
like,
something. You gotta set
yeah,
which arm.
like I'm getting mauled.
Oh, that's
and-
just killer. He's a nice
They always
boy.
have their heads like right in your dick. Like,
He's friendly.
and then you're like, you don't want to push a strange dog because you don't know how they're gonna react.
Well, that's like
But that's the only thing
yeah.
you can do.
Well,
It's like-
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people like lose grip with because don't get me wrong. Like I'm not, dude. I love dogs. Like I've had dogs and stuff, but I feel like people don't think. It comes down to like what we were talking about. Like people just don't think,
They don't.
and they're really like there's a line like where you have to draw where it's like okay, you have to understand that this is an animal that's capable of like fucking killing you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it does. Like dogs kill some of the like they have the highest numbers out of animals. It like in the world that kill people because I mean also because people are
They're
around them, but
people
they're
the most, but
it's like but
the same
they're doing
time-
that. You know what I mean? So you have to be aware of that shit. You can't just act like oh he's friendly, he's a fucking like no dude no. You have to.
No, yeah, because you
Like,
feed
you
him.
have to respect that.
I don't feed
I don't
him.
know, and
I
I
don't
always
feed this-
had.
I don't
That's
feed this
true.
dog. He doesn't respect me. He doesn't know me.
Yeah, I'm an outsider, and then
Yeah.
you have to yeah. But there, so like one time, I got a story for you. Then, kind of like what you're saying. I was jogging one day, and I'm sitting there jogging, and like jogging down a main street, and there's a park right next to me. So I'm jogging. All of a sudden, I just get like this I get like this feeling, you know what I mean? Like just kind of like a strange feeling. And I'm like, and then all of a sudden I start hearing stuff because I got my headphones in. So you know what I mean? I'm pretty tuned into the music, like getting pumped. And there was this big ass dog. I shit you not. Like, I don't know the breed it was, but this fucking dog was big. It reminded me of like I think it might have been it might have been like a boar bull or something. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but like they're like more of like a mastiff type like dog, and it's like one of those type of breeds. But this was a big fucking intimidating scary dog, and what it did is it ran out like because there was no cars in the road. It was late at night. It ran out into the middle of the road and started barking at me. And like growling and like scowling at me, and the only reason he didn't like he started chasing me at first, but I stopped because I know like in any situation, like most situations, it depends what it is. You don't want to run from animals at all. Like it's the worst thing you can do because then all of a sudden they go into predatory mode and they're gonna chase you. And I mean, and dogs are the same way because they evolved from wolves, so they still have that in them to a sense, and they're also bred to like hunt different things and do. So they still have that in them. But so I stopped and I stood square to him and kind of like made myself look big, and so he stopped, but he was still like ready to go. Like he was like I'm ready, and this guy walks out, the owner. And he's like all nonchalant about it. Like, oh, he usually doesn't do that. Like, but he's standing on the sidewalk. He's just like,
he is, motherfucker.
He's like, that is so weird. And he's like, Gladius. Like, I don't know the dog's name. I don't know what the fucking dog's name was. But
Maximus Aurelius.
Yeah.
Get over here.
Leonidas. Stop that. You know what I mean? He's just stop that. Stop that. And at this point, I got my music off, and I'm standing at this dog, like, it might come down to this dog, like, charging me, and then I'm going to have to, like, do something.
Yeah.
And I'm unarmed, you know what I mean? Like, and I know that he's got a lot more weapons built into him than me.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking human being, so it's like... But so I just basically, like, there was, like, a construction pool, like, so I just kind of like made that a barrier like in between myself, and I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to do something. But finally the dog, like I didn't know if this was a good, because this is necessarily is not always a good idea to do, but I did it just to, because I was like, dude, this guy's, and I didn't say a word to this guy, like I'm not even focused on his dumbass, like he was trying to like, and so I just went like and kind of like jumped at the dog a little bit. And the dog went like this, and then he like ran back to his owner. And I was like, and then the guy's like sitting there trying to apologize to me, like, I'm so sorry, he never does that. And I'm like, I looked at him, like I'm serious. I looked at him, I was like pissed as hell, like put my headphones back in, didn't say a fucking word, and just kept running. Like, because I knew it wasn't even, it was pointless to even tell this guy, because I mean obviously he's
that's why I don't,
on a completely different like conscious level than what I'm at least experiencing at that time.
He's thinking about his fucking,
and he's got a whole different perspective.
Yeah, he's thinking about his fucking relationship with the dog.
but that's what I'm saying, but you have to be able to look at like, okay, this is like my perspective of my dog, and then the perspective of somebody else seeing my dog, and then the perspective of what my dog is seeing at that other person as. You know what I mean? Like,
well, not even all that, but what is my dog doing right now?
Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest thing that I was like, dude,
home,
like,
is that how my dog acts when I come home?
Right,
No,
exactly.
that's not how he acts.
He's in attack
not
mode
being
right now,
fucking
and he's
fluffy
about to
right now.
maul a fucking jogger, but I'm
that's why I
sitting
don't
here
jog
like
through, rotary
hands
no
on
more.
my hips. He usually doesn't do that. Like, dude, like, what are you kidding?
Well, he is.
Get
He
over
is
here
right
and
now,
get
so
your dog.
handle
Like,
it.
In Rotary, I got ran down by like a pack of German Shepherds.
are you
And
serious?
it was just this old lady with a stick.
With a
She's like,
stick.
with 3 fucking big ass German Shepherds. She's just like, oh, I bring him up here to run him, and I'm fucking jogging with my headphones on like you are.
Yeah.
But I just saw like, cause it's like we're in the woods, so they're moving like wolves. So they're like on the outs and shit. And I just see like, I'm like, what the fuck? And I take my shit off, and then there's one like right behind me, and then I just picked up the stick.
Yeah, that's.
And then she comes hobbling around the corner. I was like, oh, you met my boys.
You met my boys.
Yeah,
what
like
are you doing?
yeah, like you have a pack of fucking wolves just wandering around in the. You know what I mean?
Retarded. They're German shepherds.
Yeah, it's just.
But
I don't know.
I don't jog.
Yeah,
up there
it's
no more
not
because
like
people
it's
don't
a
think about
dog park.
Okay, so I did the same thing, but I was with my dog. I was with Shelby.
Really?
But see, and pretty much the same thing happened to me, but they were Siberian Huskies, and there was like, I shit you not, like 6 of them. Like, I'm not even kidding, like 6 of them. Like, so to me it looked like a pack of wolves at first, but I was like, what the fuck? But Shelby was with me, and I had her off the leash too, but the difference with Shelby is like she won't like wander off or anything. Like, she can stay by me.
Yeah.
And then if I tell her like Shelby's like, or well, I'm saying it like she's still here, like, but like I used to be able to be like, Shelby, come here. You know what I mean? You'd tell her, and she'd right away. You know what I mean? Like, come over here. And but so I'm walking out, like me and her are walking out at the end, and all of a sudden I look over and there's this like all white husky, like just running up and then looking at us, and then like 4 more come out from this side. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then Shelby's like, she's obviously now like, what the fuck too. So she's like, her hair's sticking up, like she's just like looking around like, motherfucker, don't do it. And so we're just walking out of the park though, and we made it out, but she was like I had to, you know, even as they started moving like away, and I don't know where their owners were though. This was the difference between it. Like their owners weren't around, so like I don't know if they were like way back and they're like, go ahead, you know, and they just had them going. But so they started like making their way like this way, and we were walking like out of the trail, and Shelby like turned around and she's like just staring at him still, like, you know, because she's like in defend mode. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, all right, come on, Shelby, let's get the fuck out of here. Like, let's go home.
They were making their way downtown, and you were walking fast.
Pretty much. Homebound.
Fast.
Walking. I would start speed walking out like all right, Shelby, it's time to go.
Like, people don't have those relationships with their dogs at home. Like, when they're at home with their dog and they call their dog, the dog doesn't come immediately. And then they go out in public and act like it's going to work.
I don't know. It's weird, man.
Like, don't get on that couch.
Yeah.
And then they just call the dog's name like it's a human.
Yeah.
But the dog only knows its name as its name. So
Roger.
They just hear you saying Roger.
Roger. Yeah.
So then when you call him in public because he's about to eat someone, it doesn't mean anything to him.
Yeah, it's
he's
crazy.
Like, he's always saying Roger. It's like his bark.
Oh, that motherfucker barking about something anyway. I'm about to eat him.
Yeah.
Probably saying, get this lunch.
Get this lunch.
That sounds like lunch to me.
But hey, it's
Roger.
It's a wonder that there's not more dog attacks. It only goes to show like how actually good dogs are.
Well, there is a lot. Like, if you look up
There's
the
like
statistics,
a ton
there's
of
just like
them.
a ton of
But
dog
there should
attacks
be,
every
like,
year.
1 million a day.
Yeah,
'Cause,
just
like-
because the way people are.
Yeah.
And it's not the way the dogs are either. It's
No.
the way the people are, because they're like
'Cause
fucking
they're in a
retarded.
pack.
Yeah, exactly.
And they
And
don't have to
not
listen.
responsible pet owners.
They
Like,
got
that irks me
good
more than
owners
anything
raise
is
good
like a
dogs.
responsible pet owner. Well, that goes like
Gotta be responsible.
I was reading, I saw this video of there was a swimmer, and she's swimming off the coast somewhere, and all of a sudden, like, this mother orca whale and these 2 like baby orca whales swim up right next to her. Like, they're like basically like right fucking like underneath, like they're swimming like a little bit underneath her, and like up closer, and she's just like sitting there like doing the backstroke. And she's calm, and she said, like, I guess the story was like at first she thought they were dolphins, and then she noticed like the white and how big they were, and she was like, oh, these are orcas. And I could not imagine like what was going through her mind or anything.
Oh, my goodness.
But then I started reading some of the comments, and like people are like, orcas never attacked people ever in the wild, like, and they're like, they only have done that at SeaWorld. and it's like I don't know. People like to me. I'm like you. I don't even care if there is no accounts of an orca not attacking somebody in the fucking wild. Like, don't be an idiot
that guy got lost
and be like, I should go swimming with orcas because you know what I mean? Like, no, that's not gonna happen. All it would have taken is one little shit, you know, grip onto her. Ragdoll her around.
I mean, honestly,
pull her under.
One little fucking flip
of the
fin.
tail. Like, dude, those things are so strong and so big. Like, to even underestimate that or not respect animals in that way, I feel like is just.
But I mean, was she like she was far from a boat though, right? Like she couldn't. Do
no, she was.
swim,
she
right?
was just free swimming.
Yeah.
She was. She went out. So she's a bit off. She's maybe like. I don't know, maybe like 40 yards, 50 yards off the coast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she's swimming, like,
she
just.
She wasn't going to outswim them, no way.
No.
So, I mean,
there's not a way in hell.
Like,
there's nothing she could do.
When you get in a car accident.
You're absolutely helpless. There's nothing you can do.
You gotta relax because it's like, you know what I
mean? There's nothing. Yeah, and she did. She
just kept swimming.
What she did was she, like, remained calm and she kept swimming. And like the way she did it was, I mean, but if it was someone else, they might have made the wrong move, panicked.
I'm sure they sense.
Because if they start panicking, like, you know what I mean, even if they like the orcas think you're. So, but one time, this brings me back to a story. One time I was in Daytona, and me and my friend were swimming out. We're swimming out to sea a bit, and he's a little bit further ahead of me. He's on a sandbar, and I'm back a ways, and I'm still where the water's deep because it like the way it was is like you walk out and we walked out to where it's pretty deep, but then you reach the sandbar and then you get back to like where you're up to your knees.
Yeah.
And I'm probably like almost shoulder deep, like where I was. And he was a little bit further out from me. And he was, I don't know, probably like knee, even like a little lower deep. And I'm sitting there in the water, just chilling. And next thing you know, like 4 feet from me, this fish jumps out of water. And I was like, that's odd. And I was like automatically alarmed because I know that like when fish do that, a lot of times they're running from prey. You know what I mean? So then right after that, this dolphin like quickly jumps in, so quick to where I can barely see it. You know what I mean? Because they're so fast. Just jumps out, and the water's murky, so you can't see like after they go under. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and he jumps so quick, but just the size of this thing is so massive, and it just went boom right next to it, 4 feet away from me. I shit you not. And I'm looking at my friend, and he's sitting there like, just like jaws dropped, like, and I'm like, and I froze, like thinking like, okay, first thing that like ran through my mind is like, is that a dolphin? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like. Is that a dolphin? Like, I mean, because obviously I would want it to be a dolphin before it's, you know, like a shark or
jump.
Yeah, great whites do, and that's why, you know, because the dolphins kind of have white under their belly, but
Oh yeah, they do jump. They blow people. That's what they do first.
They'll breach water, but there's other sharks that will like kind of like breach a bit, like not like a full breach, like
can't
like
jump
not
out of the water.
Yeah, when people always say that,
but that's how they attack.
They say they feel a bump first.
But it wasn't like a full like descent from the water. It was like its body went up, and you could see like his side, and then it went in.
It's nuts how they can jump out of their atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like imagine if we were just up in space. Well, like, and then coming back. But
at the same aspect, we can jump in their atmosphere just as easily. We could jump in water. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool.
But it's lame.
You guys ever been what's that? Scuba diving or snorkeling or anything?
No, I don't think
scuba diving a little bit. In Hilton Head, but I don't know. You got to go somewhere like Caribbean though. I feel like to get like the full experience somewhere where like you're at like a coral reef or something.
South Africa with bull sharks.
Yeah.
Why not?
Like those surfers.
I do want to swim with sharks, though. That's one thing that I do want to do.
I want to be
but
on a boat
I know I have to get like.
I want to be on a
glass-
big ass cruise ship and see a shark.
No, I want to
That would be
swim with
tight.
them.
Away from the boat.
I do. I
Take a
don't.
motherfucking picture.
How
I
you
don't want
doing?
to swim with bull sharks. So that's one shark I don't want to swim with is a bull shark, just because they're
like-
so aggressive.
With those waves.
Those
Yeah.
waves.
They got,
Shit.
in like Africa,
Fucking
like, they got
nuts.
some gnarly ass waves, gnarly ass sharks. And people
Oh,
just
yeah.
risk it. They're like, fuck it.
Well, sharks are like, where do you think the most shark attacks occur? In the world, in the world.
Like, out by California.
Where do you think?
Probably like India.
Florida. Florida has
Oh,
more.
yeah, I
Florida
knew
has
that.
more shark attacks than any other
Bunch
place
of idiots down there.
in the world. It has more. It has. Florida has more shark attacks than all of the like high places. Like California is another high place in the United States for shark attacks. North and South Carolina are, and so it has more than them put together.
You know what else they got?
Like, you know what I mean? That shit's crazy to me.
That's crazy. But what's crazy is that they got those, like, I think it's Burmese pythons or some shit.
Oh yeah.
They, like, released
Yeah.
foreign snakes, like, just because
Well, it was like pet owners.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, it
it
was
was
like
90s and the 80s.
it was like pet owners who just had them, and
And
they're
then
like,
they get big as
"Oh,
fuck,
this thing's
and
big. I
they
gotta
go-
let it go." Yeah. And that's a perfect environment for them, so they now thrive as an invasive
and
species.
That's not even the only thing. I think, like...
No, there's tons. Yeah,
something
there's
happened
tons.
Where, like,
Anything
a
that-
drug dealer had like his own drug dealer zoo, you know,
yeah.
narcos, and then they
And they busted him and just let them all go.
Yeah, he got raided, and then they escaped during the raid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And it's
a
so
bunch
much-
of different type of lizards,
Yeah,
like
it's so wild down there. That
like
they
iguanas.
couldn't
I
find
think
them all.
I'm pretty sure iguanas are there.
like
but,
cats too. Like
feral cats or
no, like
Diff-
what lives in South America? Like what kind of what's that? Like jaguars or some shit?
well, yeah, jaguars.
Jaguars.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
But-
this drug dealer had like shit like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Just
so
escaped
maybe
down
a
there.
couple jaguars are living down there. Wow.
With some Florida Panthers.
And that's a perfect. It's the same thing. Perfect environment for 'em. So that's crazy. But yeah, it's because what's happening though with the pythons in Florida is that they're killing like all the mammalian
native.
species and yeah, like that were there. So like the raccoon population in the Everglades has like dwindled down to like damn near nothing because they're getting eat the fuck up by all these pythons.
It's over it.
And then the top dog that was there forever, the American alligator, is now has like basically like an enemy. You know what I mean? Like
competition.
that has competition. They like battle all the time. And they'll kill each other. Like it depends pretty much usually on what's bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like is the American alligator a little bigger? Is it a little more fierce? And then same thing goes for the python, but they both will kill each other.
You
And
ever
like, it's
seen,
crazy.
Those I think it's also like jaguars in like the Cayman Islands. They like kill those crocodiles. And
Oh
shit.
yeah. Yep.
Mm.
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah. They
Like,
killed
they,
Cayman.
Like, yeah, they
Yep.
like wrestle them and shit.
Yep. That's crazy.
Drag them out, eat them.
But you know what's even crazier that I saw was a tiger killing a crocodile, but like a real like a saltwater crocodile, like a fucking bad motherfucker, like a dinosaur basically.
That's wild.
That's why cats just kind of
These,
like big cats are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. He grabbed his neck and pulled him up, and it's just crazy how muscular they are. Like
Yeah, that's
same
why,
thing
like,
with the jaguars, just to like jump, and they're both good
they got
swimmers
no
too.
weak spots either. Because
Like-
if you flip them on their backs, they can still scrap. Like every
Yeah.
kind of cat. Like
Use all
You
four
just-
paws
that's like
still.
caimans.
Yeah.
They got a weak spot because you can get them from
And
behind.
flip them over.
Yep.
And like
Softer
snakes, if you
underbelly.
like press that like at where their jaw goes up,
Mhm.
hold them. Fish, you fucking hook them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sharks, you can flip them over.
Yeah. What do you do to a
Gills.
Nothing.
a cat?
Die.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Die.
cats scare the shit out of me too, though.
Big
I don't know
cats.
that big cats. Like I don't think I could be around a big cat
Even
ever.
little cats.
Even
Like
little
just
kids.
the hand speed.
Yeah.
Like you're done. Like
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
even though you can throw it, like you won't be able to get a hold of it.
You're like,
And that's the same thing we were talking about with rats.
Yeah, like rats and like birds flapping around your head. There's nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah, but you can knock a bird silly though.
If you,
Yeah, right.
I mean, you could, but you'd have to connect. Like,
except for,
oh, shit.
have you ever? You need to look this shit up. Harpy eagle. Look this up and tell me like this bird is not like the most gnarliest thing you've ever seen.
Are those the ones that drop the goats off the side of mountains?
No, that's
just regular bald eagles.
That's like a Tibetan eagle or something like that. But those are big as hell.
We're in the mountains in Tennessee, and the eagle flew over fully extended, like 10 feet above my head. It was just a bald eagle. They're fucking huge.
Like Magic Johnson, right?
It's huge, bro. It was like a 10-foot wingspan. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, when me and you drove up to Mackinac City,
yeah, we saw some eagles.
and then we
too.
went up to the UP, and we were driving like around in the national parks. We were driving like just down this trail that really I don't think no one like was driving down at all, because it was like
that time of year.
still packed like with snow and shit. And but right above us, like these two bald eagles just started flying like right above the car. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
like
pretty exciting.
I've only seen, like I've seen it, but I never see it like when it's right above my head. It's like clear day and then just shadow.
Yeah.
And then I look up, and then there's like a human in the sky. Like
that's what it looks like. It looks like a human with like some fake wings. Like, what the hell is that?
It's crazy.
And they're so fucking strong.
Man, talons come and just
fuck you
rip
up.
your head off.
It's like Pokemon or nothing.
Yeah.
If you could like catch a big ass eagle like that,
right,
make it fight. Which is animal cruelty, so don't do it. But
if you could,
it would
do
be
it.
a pretty nuts thing to have in your arsenal.
Oh wow!
You got a guard dog?
I got a guard eagle.
Let it go.
Do you guys see those? You guys keep up with the Star Wars bullshit? Like you guys watch Star Wars and shit?
Yeah.
You seen the new ones or no?
I've been slacking a little lately. Haven't watched.
No. I still haven't furthest
seen
of the movies that I made was what was it? The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
That's as far as I got.
Yeah, that was a good one actually.
Yeah, it was. I liked it. I thought it was good.
The follow up, a lot of people didn't like.
Really?
There was things I didn't like, but I mean, as far as like. They're always gonna kick your ass visually. Like it's always it's always gonna be that experience. You're never
Since
gonna
the
be
first one,
right? There's always gonna be that to an extent.
But a lot of people didn't like this last one, but I fucking loved it for some reason. I saw it like 3 times.
Really?
What was the last one?
It's The Rise of Skywalker. Or some shit like
yeah,
that.
I got 2 more to watch. So
yeah,
I mean, and I'm going to. Because I just watched it the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like...
Oh, you just seen it?
Yeah, I just seen it. Well, no, I seen it in theaters.
Okay.
I seen it in theaters when it came out, but I just rewatched it the other day.
I feel you.
Because, I don't know, I wanted to go over them, you know what I mean, before I watched that, and that it's like you
I came into the game at, like, Phantom Menace, I wasn't down. Like, I didn't like,
Is that the first time what was the first time you seen it, though?
The first Star Wars anything I saw was Phantom Menace, yeah.
Like how old?
Way back. Probably.
When it came out?
Yeah. Well, it was like...
1999 or something like that?
Yes, I was 9.
Okay.
And I was like, this is pretty shitty. This is garbage.
It is pretty shitty.
And so then I tried to watch
that is a bad one to come into.
On like TNT, but because of the commercial breaks and how old it was like, oh man, this is fucking boring.
See, we had the
VCRs, like all 6 of
them. We had the VHS set.
That's what you need.
When we were young, so the first ones we saw was
the real ones.
The
originals, the first
original shit, you know what I mean? And like I seen the Empire Strikes Back like a million times growing up.
Yeah.
So like I would like rewatch.
Is that the one where Leia's in Jabba the Hutt? Like she gets
That's Return of the Jedi. I mean, she's still there.
She's with Vader in Empire Strikes Back, or the first one. No, that's A New Hope.
Oh
she
yeah,
sends
see
the
you're
message.
thinking. Yeah.
Then-
That's the
I'm,
first one.
mixed
Okay,
up.
yeah.
to where
okay,
Luke-
I know
yeah.
what happens. Luke goes and trains, and 2, he goes and meets Yoda, trains.
Yeah. And the
If-
Empire Strikes
Like, when
Back.
you
That's when.
rewatch those, you would think that he did a lot more
That's why that one was my favorite.
lightsaber fighting than he
Empire
actually
Strikes
did.
Back.
He had
Yeah.
like 20 minutes of training tops. like
It's crazy.
Of
He
like
met,
actual.
he met Ben Kenobi. He didn't have a lightsaber yet. They get on the
Yeah.
ship. He's showing him how to like. He's got the little orb floating around, shooting lasers at him. He's
Yeah.
swinging it. Then they go on the ship. Kenobi dies.
I think what it is like, or at least is like channeling the Force, like more so, because then everything else comes like instinctually. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because even like what Rey does in like the Force Awakens, like she's never fucking touched a saber in her life.
No, yeah.
And then like she's sitting there with Kylo Ren, like with like right there, and then like she outpowers him, and it comes to her, and she's just like, I'm ready to go. You know what I mean?
But yeah, she had those whatever that stick thing that breaks like when she was a scavenger.
She was doing that, so she had a little bit of training.
Luke was a farmer.
Yeah, that's true.
Like he was just like.
That's true.
But that's what the whole movie series is about. Like people that are strong with the Force, like they meet Vader, and they're like, "Damn, this kid! What the fuck? This kid's powerful as fuck."
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
kidnap him from his parents. Take him with us.
Right,
him,
exactly. Well, you're coming along with us, boy.
Those aren't that bad either.
Well, that's what they didn't.
I rewatched them all like before this last movie. They're not as bad as I thought.
No, they're not,
Just
dude.
Jar Jar
I don't
Binks
think.
I didn't like in the first one,
Really, that's what
and I
bothered
didn't
you.
like. His acting could have been better. Like,
Jar Jar Binks.
No, Anakin.
Oh
Like
yeah.
at certain points, his acting could.
Oh yeah.
Like his acting could.
The
have
kid.
been better.
Yeah, he was for
No,
sure.
not even the little kid, but like
The
in
grown
the
version.
trilogy. The grown
Oh
version.
yeah,
Like, when he
okay,
starts
yeah,
turning-
for sure. I didn't.
he
Yeah, I
starts
wasn't a
turning
big
evil and
fan.
shit.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan.
The only thing I didn't.
It almost seemed like it switched on like too quick,
It
too.
is.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
they
Like it
kill,
was like
they kill Sam
like,
Jackson, and then he's with the bad guy.
yeah, and
And
that
he's the one who tells Sam Jackson, like, you know, this guy's a Sith, right? And then
Yeah.
they're like, oh well, fucking, let's go arrest him.
right.
And they're in there, and he's like, you see what they're trying to do to me?
Yeah,
And he's that
Exa-
wicked in mind that. He's
yeah,
just
that
like,
he just right after he's like on
oh, yeah,
Sam's
like,
side, like
that was too quick.
yeah, I don't know, too quick of a switch for me, but
But I mean, he
but
was
those
already-
movies were still like they're still
He was arrogant
good.
the whole time.
they're
though.
definitely not
So-
my favorite out of the
No,
whole
they're definitely
trilogy.
still
They're
good. Just
but-
because, like I said, they're always gonna blow you away.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
it's in space.
Right,
Right.
it's just cool. Yeah, it literally starts off in space.
But I did like
Doesn't
how
get a
good
better
of a
movie.
Jedi he was, though. Like that's the thing I like the most about like young Vader.
Right. What's happening?
You gotta go piss.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right.
Right on.
Yeah, like young Vader
That's
was
it.
actually like top tier Jedi shit. Like,
Yeah.
he was a good ass fighter. I don't think he should have been able to. He would have beat Yoda or nothing.
No, hell no.
But
Hell no. I don't think so.
but that's why it's weird. That
I think
Yoda
they,
just
like-
booked it.
I think that he's more powerful than they like lead on, because they're always like Vader's. You know what I mean? Like Vader's this and Vader's that. And I mean, he was sweet, but you know what I mean? I don't know. I think they led him on to be better than he really, like the power that he had.
I mean,
I don't know.
he had a lot of with the lightsaber. He was very ill.
Oh, for
He
sure.
was probably the illest. But as far as the other like
Well, not even including the Siths. I don't think so. The one thing I did
Sith's got lightning.
no, I'm talking about I'm sorry. I'm talking about Darth Maul. I feel like he was the sickest with a lightsaber, like as far as not as a Jedi, but
Just with a lightsaber in general.
just with a lightsaber
but,
in general.
Kenobi would technically be the sickest because he beat both of them.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
made slight work out. He made slight
But
work out of Darth Maul.
I'm talking strictly like physical
with the
appearance within the movie, like what you've seen. Like if you watch that fight, go back
like
and
his martial arts.
just like the martial arts and everything. Like if you go back and watch that fight, like he's sitting there and he's fighting them both off, and just like he's sitting there doing these like backflips.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's why when Kenobi beat him, it was so sick because he just like he cut him in half.
Yeah.
Like he
Literally.
anticipated a
Literally.
move. He was like, "Are you gonna land here?"
Jumped up.
Yeah, and fucking,
Drew the yeah, for
and then you
sure.
just
Drew
see
the
top
saber.
half of his fucking body falling. It's fucking nuts.
That was always one of my favorite parts of
And then-
that too. Him falling all the way down. You know what I mean?
Crazy because
Yeah.
he just killed.
Because you're just like, what?
what's my man's name?
What?
Taken. Liam Neeson.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish a nigga would.
Yeah.
Liam, I wish a nigga would.
Oh,
Neeson.
yeah.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when he beat
That shit
Anakin
was
too,
hype. That was one of my favorite though.
He beat the shit out of Anakin too.
Yeah.
Like, over lava.
Oh yeah.
Just by being calm. Like
Yep.
he was just like,
I don't want to
You know,
do
you gotta
this.
push
Like
it this
basically,
far.
but like basically tell him like I don't want to do this.
yeah, because I'm
You know
gonna
what I mean?
do this.
Yeah, because
Like,
I'm gonna do this.
yeah.
Like, and I don't want to. Just stop.
And that's like a perfect model for life.
yeah,
Like,
Obi-Wan's
sometimes you,
definitely
like,
as far as that goes.
Yeah.
He's like I
sometimes
don't
you
know.
try to walk people back from the ledge. There's nothing you can do. Then you just gotta.
You gotta cut him in
Push
half.
him off the ledge.
You gotta send him in
And he
lava.
left that
Sit him
motherfucker
down.
alive. He
Sit
was
him
like-
down in
He
lava.
was like, "Keep coming at me. I would cut your fucking arm off. I would cut your fucking leg off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut your other leg off. You already was missing an arm because you came up short against Darth Maul." So it's like,
But at that point, he.
so, come
but
on.
at that point, he wanted to die, and he
Anakin?
told. Yeah, Anakin wanted to
oh yeah,
die.
because he killed Padme, right?
Well, yeah, and that's what That's why he was like pretty much like, "Well, kill me then" or something. Like I can't remember what the wording
Well,
was, but he was like,
Yeah, he
No.
was done with it.
"Nope."
You turned her against me.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but his thing was
Just
because
sitting
he
there
had the
melting.
premonitions of his mom dying, and then it came true. Then he had premonitions of Padme dying, and then that's what drove him crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really the turn to the dark side. Is that the Sith was like,
Feeding off that.
if you come with us, we can stop that.
Yeah,
like the Jedi,
he was feeding
they
off
might
that.
Be the good guys, all the positive energy and shit. But if you want power,
If you want to save them,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like you can save
It was a
her.
dirty trick.
Yeah,
You
it was
should've
just
known.
it was just a power play.
that was pretty wild.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait till you guys see all the new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got to see the last two. So
I rewatched
pretty soon.
my favorite show.
Pretty soon.
What's
What is it?
You know what it is. The Thrones, dog.
Oh
They're
really?
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
I
just
was
recently.
gonna, but I kind of want to wait a
Wait
little
some years,
longer.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to wait some
Yeah.
years, but I don't want the technology to get so far beyond it.
Yeah,
that I
that's
don't like
true. You know.
Yeah,
But,
I don't think it will happen though.
And I listened to that old podcast, the one we did. Like,
We're
right
talking
when the
about
season
it,
premiered,
yeah.
and
Oh,
I
yeah.
predicted the outcome. I don't want to give out spoilers,
Hmm.
but I didn't even remember that I predicted that.
That's funny.
But I was just like, it's gonna be somebody stupid that we don't think, and
Yeah,
then it was somebody stupid.
Stupid that we don't
yeah,
think, yeah.
But that was like the emphasis of that show, like from the.
To try
That's what
and,
made it
yeah,
great.
Catch people off
They
guard.
take you
That's
a
what-
whole
they catch you
season with a
completely
character,
off
and you're
guard.
Like, this is my motherfucking guy. He always do the right
and they're
thing.
like, oh,
they're like,
Billy from
"Oh,
accounting.
episode 10."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Wha-bam.
So yeah,
But
you-
yeah, that's
from
what
that
you-
moment,
it's
crazy.
They're never gonna give you what you want. You want an ice cream? Here's a fucking pork chop. Like, this is what you.
but you do know what is coming to HBO pretty soon.
Oh yeah,
Westworld?
Westworld
buddy.
See
coming
the
back
trailer?
season 3.
I did see the new
What is
trailer.
going
Yeah,
on?
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
They didn't
Don't you
lead.
love
On,
it, though?
yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't lead on
Well,
to
she's
much.
out.
But
She-
Oh, she's in
she's-
the world.
yeah, she's
in the
out
world.
yeah,
there.
she's made it out. But
and Aaron Paul's out there too.
yeah, I saw.
Out there
I saw.
selling that meth.
Yeah.
Boy won't stop.
Bitch.
Got robots on.
Fucking robot bitch.
Got robots on drugs.
bitch. Fucking bitch.
Motherfucker.
I'm still interested. Like,
glass.
what's
Yeah.
going on back at the park too?
Oh
That
yeah.
got the other
Oh,
parts.
yeah.
Like, yeah, like what's going
Well, I
on?
mean,
What's
they
gonna
killed, they killed
happen?
everybody, so the other worlds must be free too.
yeah,
Yep.
They might even be in a world.
right.
Look at
That
AI
would be crazy.
is going to advance to a point where this is going to happen at one point.
Oh, it has.
Like
Alexa, initiate kill. So
yeah, exactly. It's crazy. If you guys follow like Hanson Robotics or Boston Dynamics or
Hanson,
like,
the Umbop niggas?
no,
No, that shit creeps me out. Like you were saying
tickle
about
in
the
my
rats. Like I don't like none of the like I don't like seeing none of the smart.
I don't
shit at
like
all.
seeing that.
I don't
shit.
like seeing it either, but that's why I follow it because I got to make sure I can like recognize that shit if it's ever
keep
coming
up
It
for
won't
me.
even be those.
Yeah, I got to keep up on it.
We're looking at the ones that look like us, thinking they're gonna take over, but it's gonna be the ones that look like this.
Yeah.
for
Well,
sure.
those have already
'Cause-
taken over.
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean,
they're
look at how
like-
much it's already taken over.
They're hyper brains. They're
Yeah.
connected to half the world.
But the thing is like, as far as like the ones that are like us, they're programming them to be like hyperbrains too. And then what happens then is if you get to a point where you can like program something to make like a decision based tactic promoted from like if you start
Self-preservation.
like self-preservation or we're gonna like program in like emotion like to a point where maybe even the machine doesn't understand it but it acts out of what someone would act out of in emotion.
You see Ex Machina? Ex Machina?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we all saw it. But it's,
I didn't see it though.
Pretty creepy.
without giving it away, it's just about a dude who goes to this house to see this new robot technology and live with it for a week. He won a contest or some shit like that. And then he builds a relationship with the robot, and I can't tell you no more than that.
That's it? That's all I get? Jeez.
I mean, yeah, like it's
Well, I have to. I'll check it out.
It's a like thriller / it's a bunch of shit like a horror movie.
It's
The end is wild. I saw it coming, but I didn't see it coming like that.
yeah.
But it made perfect
The
sense.
way. Yeah, I really like that movie. That was
I like
good.
how
That's movie.
unaffected that guy was too, like the creator.
Yeah.
Like he was always
Yeah,
just
the
like,
whole time.
he was always like, because he knew what was happening. Like he knew that he built it for this, and it's like a metaphor for like God. It's like, like, or I gave you everything, do what you will with it.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Cards are on the table.
What's that? What do you say?
So the cards are on the table.
Cards are on the table.
Oh, yeah.
Lay them down.
So I guess you guys feel like that was a good one.
I feel like that was a great one.
Yeah, I
I don't
think
know.
so.
I got a lot off my chest.
It's been a while. We're probably all
been a
only,
while.
actually. Now that I think about it. But you know,
Yeah.
fuck it.
Hey, great podcast, I'd say.
A lot of fun. If you're still listening, thanks for joining us on the Gateway Show. Please
We'll be back around soon.
follow us on Instagram.
Social
On
media,
Twitter.
Twitter.
Our
At
Instagram is
At Tauro Productions.
on Twitter. Also Tauro Productions.
Yes, sir. Yep.
On YouTube, Tauro Studios. And on Facebook, Tauro Pro.
Yep, that's it.
And if you guess how many are left in here, you can have them.
They can't
Let's
see.
see.
They can't even see.
No, it's for real. Cast them in. We've only eaten about. How many do you think are out of
200.
there now?
I don't know. Probably still at least 1,000. I know there's still 1,000.
Okay.
At least 10.
There's probably 1,300. At least.
There's still
'Cause I
1,000. We're still 1,000.
Okay, so yeah, guess,
Anyway.
and then we're gonna be giving that away as a free press.
I'm not
So-
mailing this out. You guys almost, coronavirus is around. You know,
You can come
exactly.
pick it up.
no secondhand candy. Everybody's
Second,
taking
yeah,
that.
everybody's gonna. I don't want that shit.
But no, thanks for
Thanks for
Listening?
stopping by.
soon we're gonna have things that we can give away in prizes and shit. But you'll hear more about that later. And stay tuned for our
You
guest.
might not hear about it.
And if you haven't yet, check out episode 10 where we interview Michelle Potty of Trey Me. And we're out.